Taylor's Guide to Matchmaking, but not really, more like a pipe dream. Welcome to Mountainville. Bob and Margaret Smith live here with their son Johnny, who is now old enough to get married. However, Mountainville is small, and none of the other families have eligible daughters. Enter the matchmaker. The matchmaker arrives in Mountainville and inquires about families in search of matches for their children. She is directed to the Smiths. The Smiths invite the matchmaker to stay with them as their guest. While the matchmaker is there, she gets to know the family, focusing on Johnny, and what they are looking for in a wife for him. Once she feels she knows enough, and has gone through the same process with any other families in Mountainville seeking matches, she travels to the next town on her route. Welcome to Valleyville. Dave and Fiona Johnson live here with their daughter Susie, who is now old enough to get married. The matchmaker arrives in Valleyville and inquires about families in search of matches for their children, the same thing she did in Mountainville. She stays with the Johnsons and goes through the same process she went through with the Smiths. She decides that Johnny Smith and Susie Johnson wouldn't make a good couple, so she finishes up in Valleyville and travels to the next town on her route. Welcome to Plainsville. Bill and Sarah Jones live here with their daughter Lizzie, who is, you guessed it, now old enough to get married. The matchmaker arrives in Plainsville, blah blah blah, gets to know the Joneses, you know the drill. However, she decides that Lizzie Jones would be a perfect match for Johnny Smith from Mountainville. She dispatches an email via carrier pigeon to the Smiths outlining her recommendation, and the Smiths and Joneses exchange pigeon mails until they come to an agreement on terms and a wedding date is set. This is where the real magic happens. Once Johnny and Lizzie are married, the matchmaker is paid a regular amount every year the two stay together. It may not be much, but it is motivation for the matchmaker to arrange marriages that are going to last, as her salary depends on it. And at that, she continues her travels attempting to match people who will stay together forever. The end.